So like I was live in 11 locations all at the same time. And so
through StreamYard, right? StreamYard or Restream. I know my company, we use Restream, but you are using StreamYard.
Yeah, I use
program.
StreamYard.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah, and so I think that people need to realize that they're walking around with a complete television studio in their pocket all the time.
Yes.
If I ask most people in this country, I don't know about globally. I don't know what the habits are in Indonesia. I know that here, I know that in the US, if I ask 90% of Americans, hey, grab your phone, they're going to reach within 3 feet and be able to pick it up.
Totally.
It's right there, right? So you're walking around with this powerful advertising medium that's little to no money to use, and nobody's using it. It's such a small percentage of people that are using it. And it's just, it makes no sense at all to me. Like, no, we're going to keep knocking on doors, Ken. That works. I understand it works. Trust me, I've knocked on tens of thousands of doors residentially and business to business.
Yep.
But there's a better way. There's an easier way, and it's a faster way, and it's a more economical way. Maybe once gas hits $20 a gallon, you'll look at it. I don't know. But so I'm just saying that there's a much better way. And I saw this back in 2014, and that's when things changed, man. They changed big time for me. Big time.
I love it. I love it. I do want to catch up on that. So people do recordings in their studio like I do and all. And then my video editors splice dice and put advertisements, and then they post it. But I heard you saying live.
You did.
Yeah, please tell me more about that. Our audience would love to know, live going through 14 channels, like you said. That's amazing. Wow.
So let me address that. Here's why it should be live as opposed to recorded. And I'm not saying don't do some video editing on some of your stuff and post that. You need to do that too.
Yep.
But here's why your stuff should be live, especially if you're a podcaster. John Lee Dumas was on my show, and he's he Entrepreneurs on Fire. It's always in the top 5 to 10 in the world. And he said to me, how many of these have you done? I said, I have 320 or something at that point. He goes, dude, that puts you in the top 1% in the world of all podcasters in the world. Nobody does as many as you've done. Just keep going, dude. Keep going. And now I'm at 400 and whatever. But which is insane to me, right? But so here's why live is better than pre-recorded. Authenticity.
Authenticity. Yeah.
Why do people buy from you anything? It's because they like you and they trust you, right?
So
when you are live, you can't hide the dogs barking or the cat jumping up on your desk or having an itch and doing that and scratching your nose. And it's things like that make you more authentic. And so the people watching, who are your potential audience, your potential buyers, your potential customers or clients or whatever naming convention you use for your customers that spend money with you, they're watching you.
Yes.
And they want to know in their soul that they can trust you.
Trust you. That's the key.
That's the key. And if they, I know when a video's edited, and so do you unconsciously, whether you think, well, this is a great edited video. It's not about that. It's they want to see the authenticity. They want to know that you're a real human that they can trust. And you can't do that with pre-record. It's very difficult to do with pre-record.
I love it. You're just opening up my mind. I know I've done a lot of recordings like these podcasts, and maybe I'll start doing the live recordings, and just go into all the channels with StreamYard or the Restream. Those are the two big ones, I think.
Yeah.
And
there's one other reason. One other reason, and that is your only competition on social media is the algorithm. And the algorithm favors live stream video.
Wow. Yes. Yes. So let me ask you a question. Maybe some audience is listening and they're watching. They say, okay, how many times a week is too much? And what time of the day? And is Monday better than Friday? 3 questions there.
Okay. So I'm going to answer it with one story.
Yes.
I can answer all of those questions with one story. Grant is a good friend of mine, Cardone, as I've mentioned. And some people hate Grant, other people love Grant, and either way, Grant does not care.
No, I totally agree with you.
He does not care. He has friends and very, very good friends, and I like to think that I'm one of them. But
sure,
something that he said I heard him tell this story, is back in 2008 or 2010, somewhere in there, when the real estate markets were collapsing and things were really going amiss. One of his employees comes in, Grant, we got a problem. And Grant said, okay, well, what's the problem? He said, well, we're starting to get people that unfollow us.
I did not know if I'll find it.
Look at that. There's you and Grant.
Grant is amazing person. I know some people, I mean, he's vocal, which is great, but he's bringing knowledge to the young people and to all these people.
And I'm getting ready to share some knowledge that everybody needs to grasp a hold of.
Yes.
And that is, this guy comes in and says, we have a problem. People are starting to unfollow us on Twitter. And Grant's like, okay, why? And well, they said we're posting too much and it's bothering them. And he's like, well, how many times are we posting? 9 or 10 times a day. And he goes, oh, wow. Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. Tomorrow, I want you to post.
Hi, you are listening to Syndication Made Easy podcast. We will be right back after this short break.
Hi, thank you so much. This is Vinney Chopra, and thank you for subscribing to my podcast and YouTube channel and Facebook pages and all the great things, and LinkedIn. Connect with me. I come live to you every Friday at 9:30 Pacific with Vinney and Bo show. Please also look at that. And also the podcast, which is my Apartment Syndication Made Easy. The book I wrote a couple of years back became international top seller on Amazon International now. And then we like to bring great guests for you every week or twice a week sometime to give you a lot of great knowledge. So please subscribe. You give us 5-star reviews on the iTunes. The better the guests we can bring, and our ranking will go higher also. Thanks again for following us and really getting the most out of it. Please comment, like, share, because we would love to bring better and better material for you.
Tomorrow, I want you to post 30 or 40 times. And he said, I just told you that people, he said, I know what you told me. Those aren't my customers. I don't care. And guess what? They will come back. They're going to be on the outside looking in with envy, and they will come back. One day, my haters will love me, but both days I'm going to get paid. So the best time to do it is any time. People sit around and go, I don't know what time to stop it. Stop it. Stop overthinking it and start going live. You know what? I planned it out 5 minutes in advance last night and I went live.
Yes.
I don't plan this stuff out. I mean, I do. I have my show. It's at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. I don't vary on that. That's my show time. That's when my guests or my audience knows I have them. That's been 4 years.
Yep.
They know now that it's at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I have a lot of live viewers. Sometimes not that many. Sometimes I'll have 100. Sometimes I'll have 90. I mean, it just depends. But there is the replay, and then there's the advertising dollars I put behind it on YouTube or Facebook to send it out to even more people. So, stop thinking about the best time and just start thinking about the frequency, because the more you do it, the more people are going to notice you.
I love that. I totally love that, what you're saying, because again, the live, how many people, and then of course, after it's already there recorded, some people during the day, later on, or next day, maybe next month, will come across, and then they'll go through several of those recordings, say, oh my gosh, I need to get in touch with this person. No, that's so wonderful what you just said. Don't worry about the time. Don't worry about how many times you will go live, but go with authenticity, because people want to know you, real you, not in the castle, in the glass castle.
I mean, hey, look, if you live in a castle, show them the castle, show people what's possible. That's the other thing is that I love about Grant, man, is he lives he bought Ralph Lauren's house or whoever's house in Miami, or Tommy Hilfiger, whoever it was. He bought the house, and I don't know how many tens of millions he paid for it, probably 40 or 50, I would imagine. He shows it to people. Yeah. People get to see it.
Yeah.
I want to know what's possible. I want to see it. And I want to know that I have somebody in my corner like Grant or whoever it is fighting for me. I fight for my people. I have a very big group of people in a mastermind group that we meet every week and in my training academy. And I fight for my people. I fight sometimes by kicking them in the rear end and saying, you need to pick it up, man, increase your frequency. You got to go.
Yeah.
Grant said to me one time on a phone call, I had some employees that had gone bad and things were not going well at this particular time in my company. And he said, congratulations. I'm like, for what, dude? I just told you things are going bad. He goes, look, when things are going bad, when you're in hell, you got to stomp on the gas, get out of there as soon as possible. Get out of there as soon as possible. And I'm like, well, what's that even mean? He goes, increase your frequency of creativity, increase the frequency, go live more, post more, blow it up. Here's the thing. People that the people that unfollow you and unfriend you and all of that, because they don't like they're never buying from you anyway.
They will not. Exactly.
Never. They complain about the weather when it's below zero, and they complain about the weather when it's 90 degrees. So those people, you're not ever going to please them. They're the only ones that are going to go away. The people that love you, the people that are supposed to be around you, your tribe, they will follow you to the ends of the earth.
I love it. I love it. Wow. What powerful nuggets you're sharing, Ken. Now, how about if I may ask you, go streaming on every channel, what you're saying, right? YouTube, Facebook pages, LinkedIn, of course, and then Instagram and Twitter, you can do it, right? Twitter, you have to do with that. So which one? Is there any statistic like which gets better results or anything? Or just
for me, I have, Facebook reached out to me in September of last year, and they said, hey, we see that you have this podcast and that, I've interviewed enough high profile figures that they now consider me a journalist. So they gave me a blue check mark on my personal page. I have 75. I thought they were doing it for my fan page. I have 75,000 followers there, but so for me, Facebook has been the most powerful. Instagram for me is getting more and more attention now because I started giving it that's the thing is, we know this about energy, where your energy and focus goes.
Yes.
It's where everything flows. And so, whatever you decide you're going to focus on, you'll start getting returns from that after you commit your energy to it and your mind to it. I could say, well, I'm just going to use Instagram and nothing else, but I don't. I choose to use everything that I possibly can.
I love it. I love it. Now, how about also, you did mention about, you're into attitude control too, right? Big time. So let's dig into that. I know that's the biggest thing. If we can conquer right here.
It is by far,
to really get the growth in the company, growth in ourselves, and all that combined. All that combined, So would you say then streaming, which you just mentioned it, should we also put streams on the website also, or what do you think?
I mean, why not? If you're streaming to YouTube, you can go in and it's easy on YouTube. Just go in and change each video and add it to a playlist.
Yes.
And then you can have a playlist embedded on your website. It's simple to do. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, if you are, let's say that you're selling, I don't know, the cure to cancer, and you decide you're going to go out to a neighborhood and you're going to sell that cure to cancer, and it's $100. And it's the cure to cancer, and it works, and it's $100. I'm making all this up, obviously, but it's to prove a point. Are you going to go out and knock on the first door and then skip 5 houses and go to the 6th door and then skip 5 houses and go to the next door and then skip 5? Are you going to stop at every daggone door?
Yeah, exactly.
Unless there's a pit bull tied up guarding the front door, you're going to knock on every dang door, right?
Yep.
And so why would you skip anything?
Yeah. So profound. So profound. You're so right. I mean, we just need to get out there, do more of this live. That's what I'm learning quite a bit. And then the key thing is, do it more and more and more, and show yourself in the most vulnerable places. Like you just said, I know many times I felt like, I don't want to show, where we live and things like, but why not? So that people can really see that what's possible. The dreams are achievable if we are able to put the hard work in it. You're so right.
And it's, so many people are brought up with this mindset of, well, if you're bragging, no brag, like, no, man, like that's not bragging. If you're just showing me, look, we've been very blessed because I've put in all this work and I've done this. And now I teach other people how to do this. And as a result, I've been blessed. I have a beautiful home, right? Yeah. What's wrong with that? Or I drive a very nice car. What's wrong with that? Or I have a private jet. Here it is. What's wrong with that? Like, I'm just showing you what's possible. And if you are so insecure and you're so down on your life that you're gonna talk bad about somebody that's doing better than you are on the socioeconomic scale because you feel like they're bragging just because they want to show you what's possible, you're never going to be successful at anything. Yeah. And those people, from my perspective, I honestly don't care what they say. Like, say whatever you're going to say. I don't care, because that's about you, not me.
So true. So true. It's the limitations.
It's the limitation.
It's that the drive, which they just haven't overcome, that to get out of the shell, get out of the comfort zone, we call it, right? Get out and get more positivity and more, feeling good and feeling gratitude wise, giving accolade to the people who are being successful and learn from them. Why not?
Well, it's like if you were to go live, Vinney, I look, nobody becomes successful by themselves, right?
Yeah,
there's always 100% of the time, there are other people that are involved in progression of our success.
Yeah.
And so why wouldn't you go live and talk about those people and what they did specifically, what they told you that helped you. And then, your audience is going to be like, wow, I never thought about that. Maybe some people, right? And this is what I did. And I noticed that I do this differently than most people. And this is attributed to my success. And, teaching people how to become successful, how to overcome, because we already know, you and I know this, right?
Yeah.
99% of your problems of not achieving success are right there between your ears. 99, more than 99% probably, right? It's all about your thoughts. I just hung up a little bit ago with a billionaire who owns the largest wide-body private jet in the world, has 30 Teslas sitting in his driveway right now, and brand new Teslas that it's a long story I won't go into, but like and he has no limitations, none. He's literally helping a country rebuild its infrastructure, a whole country.
Wow.
So, and this guy dropped out of school at 12 years old. So, the only limitations we have in our life, like, stop hating on people. Don't hate on people because of their religious belief. Don't hate on people because of their political belief. Don't hate on people because they might be a different color skin than you have. Don't hate on people because they have an accent or don't have an accent, look like you, don't look like you. Stop that stuff. I almost swore. Stop it. Stop doing that, because that's not what, your life is going to suck if you live like that. And it will never change until you change.
So true. Wow. Ken, I can keep on talking to you, brother. It's been such a thrill.
I don't mean I go.
Such exciting, so
on.
exciting, and thank you so much for taking time. And I know I'm looking forward to be on your show also.
Yes,
it's going to be fabulous. We're going to talk more wherever you take me there. So, how can people reach you? I really want to see that. We will spread the word. I mean, you're giving so much. You're giving to everybody. Yeah.
Thank you. KenWalls.com. You can find everything you need to know about me at kenwalls.com. All of my social media is there. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and everywhere. All of the things. I don't get on Twitter very often, but you're welcome to follow me there too.
Excellent. No, thank you again. Thank you. God bless. And
thank you.
Thank you for joining this afternoon, Ken. And please keep on spreading all these great vibes and all the great, everything that you're giving to this, paying forward. That's what I say. The big thing is, guys, that you got to make sure that you are taking care of what's in your mind. Just like you saw, Ken mentioned it. And also go back and listen to these nuggets, because this will take you manyfold in your business growth. It will. And you'll get more leads and more sponsors and more different things, whatever business you are in. Thanks for liking. Please share these comments. And again, like us, subscribe and comment, for the Syndication Made Easy show. Look forward to seeing you again.